Let's play with Victoria using the power serve monster forehand style in the Tour 7 and 8 of Tennis Clash, a sports game published by Wildlife Studios. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel GamePlay 365 and to turn on the bell if you like this video. Please note that when I say power serve monster forehand in this video, that is just the name of the style. It doesn't mean at all that I have a powerful serve or a monster forehand. You all know that I'm a very average player who has just started to serve a little bit better since some months, because I used to serve very badly and I still serve very badly, and that is just a bit better. And that I'm very far from hitting very hard forehand strokes like other top 100 players global. Well, let's start the series of matches versus Victoria having the same stats than mine when I play low serve aggressive baseliner using the antioxidants cards instead of the cabo load. Well, I don't use this build much lately, very simply because this build gives you more stamina, but it makes you lose the main strength of Victoria, which is very powerful forehand. And in this match, my Victoria opponent is going to need this extra stamina because the premium special string that she was using didn't have any stamina shield. It has a forehand counter, so this is great to counter my 78 forehand. It has a quick catch tier 2, which is not very useful here. And it has a critical tier 2 that can be quite useful. So as you can see, my opponent was playing very well this first part of the match, leading 6-2. And that's the problem with strings which don't have any stamina shield. She will have a very hard time to reach the shots that I'm sending. Very simply because she can't be agile anymore with that low stamina, and that it becomes much easier to outflank her. And that's why I rarely panic, even when I have match points to save. When my opponent is using a string having no stamina shield, so that doesn't mean that I can come back all the time, but well, I know that I have a good chance to come back when they don't use any stamina shield. Well, let's play now versus next silent Kaito, played by Tony, an excellent player. So overall, you are going to see a lot of matches versus very high trophies players in this video, and I was lucky to get out of those matches alive, very probably because they were out of form, not that I was playing well. I mean, I had got my swipe registered as fast lately on my Android phone, but that can't explain everything. I have maxed out some rare cards that I use for the high serve big forehand style too lately, the ballistic and the mountain climber, so I'm using them more. So in some matches of this video, you are going to see lower stats than what I have right now when I play with the ballistic and the mountain climber at level 13, but that's normal because I didn't have them maxed out yet at the time. Those were played like 2 weeks ago. And I was using the shuriken in some matches as well, so they were not play with the same build. I'm going to show the different builds at the end of the video. Alright, so for this match I didn't choose a premium special string because usually I was thinking that usually I will lose versus Tony, so yep, I would just go there with the Maestro Monty, saving a premium special string. Well, and then I was lucky in this match. Let's play versus a very good counterpuncher who reached 3,800 trophies with pretty low stats compared to what the other top players have for their Kaito. So I don't face him very often in tour 8. Maybe that we don't play at the same time, very simply. For this match I'm going to play with the humble chord, which has a forehand counter. And this opponent is having a stronger forehand than backhand. So using the humble chord can be dangerous because it has a long catch. Well, when it triggers the long catch, my Victoria, who doesn't have a high stamina stat, will start to deplete her stamina even faster. But it's cool because it has a forehand counter, giving me better precision to counter the forehand strokes of my opponent. So as usual, when I use this high serve big forehand style, where I focus on hitting like all players using this style, I guess. Big forehand winners. Surprise, huh? The serve is not my main strength. I have never served very fast. I see many better servers in high tours. So the serve is clearly for me a way to keep a minimum of initiative. Because when I play with a low serve aggressive baseliner style with my Victoria, well, whenever she serves slowly, she's losing the initiative right away, because my opponent will return a very hard stroke, which makes my Victoria suffer right from the start of the rally, trying to desperately return, and she loses the initiative by then. So let's play versus a high stats Kaito. For this match I take the Basti string, where I have only a few left now. Something like 10 only. And I was not very accurate. So that gives a critical tier 2. And with Victoria forehand, well, you have quite a good chance to trigger it, but not all the time. I take it mostly to take advantage of the forehand counter. Of course, now and then, if you can trigger the critical, that's cool too, but versus powerful Kaito, that doesn't help much because they will return the critical shots anyway without too much difficulty.
Second serve.
Yep, my opponent was trying to hit back very powerfully, and that can lack a precision when he does that. As for me, I try to find corners to outflank him. Well, while trying to do that now and then, but I have been working on that. I hit the alley. I'm working on that, and since 1 week I'm hitting much less often the alley, so it's all about training. Alright, let's open this Tour 8 classic bag. Desserts and natural energy. Well, I need natural energy for sure. Let's play versus Halep, who has upgraded her cards lately, who have better stats now than 3 or 4 weeks ago. But my Victoria can still outflank her. Yes, she was trying to hit really hard there. She's surely not the kind of player who likes to Return very soft control shots. Well, only when she's not flanking. She won't do that. A soft returns close to the net.
Out.
4-1. Fault. Second serve.
Yes, very bad second serve.
2. Fault.
A lot of inaccurate serves.
Second serve. Net. Second serve. 4-3.
Yep. I really need to improve the speed on the second serve.
Out.
5-3.
But because if it's to serve very weakly and to lose the point, then I'm thinking about taking the risk anyway. By hitting a big second serve, that would be better, I think. And I was lucky at the end of the match to hit this backhand that found the corner. Let's play against a 3,800 trophies player who has tremendous stats.
Second serve.
And of course,
Out.
I like it when I see that he uses this Siberian wire.
Fault. Second serve.
So I know that he's putting on the antioxidants card, so he will have normally enough of stamina to afford to play with the Siberian wire, but only if the rallies don't last very long, and if I don't force him to play to trigger the long catch. Otherwise, he will drain his stamina quite fast.
1.
And then I will have my chance from the second part of the match, or when the rallies last a bit. That's a bit surprising to say that when I have really a low stamina level, but you know, versus players who use a Siberian wire or Punisher gut, well, my Victoria surely has better chance.
5-2.
Out.
This is exactly the problem. When Kaito lacks stamina, he's slower to catch the serves. And even a player who don't hit very good serves like me could outflank those Kaitos. Well, let's open 3 packs in a row. Okay, let's go. Another match versus the same player. Here again in tour 7. This time he's not going to use the Siberian wire. And I think that Maestro Monty is way enough actually, especially with that agility to counter high serve big forehand players. Well, if you position your Kaito a minimum, of course. Otherwise, he will be outflanked anyway. A bit like there, with a big forehand. It's very tricky for Kaito, even with a high agility, to catch, to return it. Yes, he has very hard shots. Definitely. So I need to keep the initiative by hitting hard too. even if that means a higher risk to commit unforced errors.
Out.
5, 3.
See how easy for this Kaito to take the initiative back, even after having been outflanked 3 or 4 times during the rallies, the last round, the previous one. So I need to find corners to outflank him definitely like that. Otherwise it's impossible. Oh, right. Let's open those bags. Now and then I get some Kaito cards. A very high trophies player who doesn't have very high stats with his Kaito. And one of the rare time I can ace a Kaito.
Out.
2, love.
So
3,
I started the match not too badly.
3, 1.
But he's not going to give up.
4, 1.
Love it.
1.
When Victoria hits this forehand.
Out.
Really the motion is so nice to see.
Point. Fault. Second serve.
Motion of her arm. Yes, very nice forehand there.
Match point. Wet. First serve.
Out.
And I was hitting, you can have seen that, I've hit more secure shots by the end in the last rally. Kind of waiting for my opponent to try to outflank my Victoria and then commit an unforced error. Oh, right. Let's play versus another Kaito,
Love.
another ace.
2, love.
I very rarely hit aces because, you know, well, that's very tricky to hit aces versus Kaito, especially when they still have their stamina at high level. Look at the stamina bar of this Kaito. It's still almost full. But, well, when I can manage to hit one
4,
with a bit of luck, well, that's really cool to watch. Reminds me of the time when the serve was kind of overpowered in the game and it was very easy to hit aces using Victoria or Leo.
match point.
Before that the publisher nerfs the serve. Well, that was quick, a big goal. Well, let's open those bags. The Grand bag first. Well, the mountain climber that I didn't max out yet at that time. And this king bag. Some powerlifting. And 6 Kaito cards. That was cool. Very cool. Another grand bag. Some useless cards. And for the last match, Anson has been a long time. Haven't seen him in Tour 7. I don't see him very often lately. And of course, when I play versus him using Victoria and high serve, big forehand style, I'm not going to try to play with finesse like when I play with Kaito using the counter puncher style. So there are not so many cross-court drop shots and counter drop shots, etc. It will rather be, well, big serve and strong forehand strokes.
Love.
Out.
5. Love.
So he was trying to return in the service box, but even if I was using the shuriken, that didn't work. I still have enough agility to not be annoyed. Well, very nice return there.
2.
Where those soft returns.
Quiet, please. Match point.
And this dive backhand to end the match. Well, I was saying good game at the end of the match, but maybe that he didn't turn his chat on. So you are going to see the lineup that I was using for those matches. I used 3 different builds, slightly different by 1 or 2 cards. So I was using the ballistic and mountain climber in some matches. In some other matches I was using the shuriken instead of the ballistic. So you may see different stats because I didn't max out the mountain climber card in some matches. And in one match only I was using the weightlifting instead of the mountain climber. Well, I hope you enjoy watching me play the Power Serve Monster Forehand style in the Tour 7 and 8 of Tennis Clash, a sports game published by Wildlife Studios. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel GamePlay 365 to stay tuned for new videos of Tennis Clash. Thank you a lot for your support, and see you soon on GamePlay 365. Bye-bye.